It's Rena. Sorry for that awkward transition. If it's still included in here of me putting my phone down, I'm still getting used to using my phone instead of my webcam. I don't know if I've told you guys about that yet, but I got a ring light to try and make my webcam work in here. There's like zero natural lighting. I mean, there's a little bit that comes through, but it's really difficult to film anything. So I have this ring light for now until I can afford something a little bit nicer. For now, this is what we got. I'm sorry if the quality is really crap. I'm sure my face looks okay, but the rest of the room might be utterly terrible. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to try this, and we're going to see how far we go. I'm looking, like, right at the camera, and I'm hoping it's working. I don't normally film this way. If it doesn't work, it's not going to be the end of the world. I just wanted to try and film a tutorial for a look that I really enjoy doing. I am actually going to an orientation for school today, so this is kind of like me getting ready for school, so it might be a little bit of a chatty get ready with me. I only have about an hour before I have to be there. Well, that's not true. I have an hour before I have to leave, but I'm gonna walk there because parking is atrocious right now, and I'm a walk away from campus, so I can make it. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do this tutorial. I hope it turns out okay. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is one of my favorite color combinations. It's using two of my favorite eyeshadow products, so I hope you guys really like it. Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to be putting on my moisturizer. I'm sorry if things aren't in frame. I'm trying to figure out, like, how far back I need to be and how much is actually being filmed. But this is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47. I think I have a review up on this if you're interested. I really like this stuff, and since it has SPF, that is what I'm going to be putting on my face today. So I just put it on my hand, and then I apply it just with my fingers. I don't do anything too fancy. This stuff is really nice. It does kind of have a little bit of a white cast, you can see, but once you blend it in, it's pretty much gone. Sorry if you guys can see the mirror. I'm trying. It's harder because, like, with the webcam, I could at least see myself. And I have the camera flipped around the other way, not, like, forward facing, because the quality seemed a little bit better this way. But we'll see. If you guys have any suggestions for affordable, like, softbox type options, please let me know, because I really would like to have better quality videos. But keeping in mind, space is very limited here, so I can't really have, like, a formal setup. And also I have, like, other financial responsibilities other than buying, like, a brand new DSLR camera. But that might be a Christmas thing. I'm hoping maybe for Christmas or with tax return or something, I can maybe get a nice camera. Alright, so just applying that, kind of applying it to my neck too a little bit, even though my neck doesn't get hit too much with the sun. And the next step is for me to go ahead and take my eyeshadow primer. I'm using Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm actually kind of running out of this, and so I think I'll be buying the Wet n Wild again. That's, like, my favorite eyeshadow primer besides this one. It's a great affordable option, a great affordable dupe for the Urban Decay. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my lid. Also, if you guys hear some stuff in the background, there's been a lot of loud noises today, starting at like 4, and I'm not sure where they're coming from. I don't know if someone's moving in or if something's going wrong outside with the building. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm apologizing for that in advance in case you hear anything weird. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be taking a large fluffy brush. This is really hard to do without seeing myself. Hopefully you guys can see this. And I'm going to be going into the shade Tempera, which is just kind of a almost matte. It's got a little bit of a satin sheen to it. It's not very obvious on the eye. And I'm going into Tempera with this and putting it on my brow bone down to my crease. Just because it kind of makes things blend a little bit easier in the crease. So that's why I'm doing that. I've got something on my eyelid. Okay. I'm almost through with Tempera. You can kind of see that when I was showing you guys the pan. I really love the shade. I use it so much. I use it to blend. I use it, you know, as a brow bone highlight. This palette is spectacular. It's just, you guys know I liked my Subculture palette, but nothing will ever beat the Modern Renaissance. Okay, so I'm going to try and work quickly through this because I don't know how long the battery for this ring light is going to work. I just charged it, but the next thing we're going to do is go into the shade Venetian Red, which is the kind of, it's in between. There's Red Ochre and Love Letter in here. Love Letter is more pink and Red Ochre is more red, and Venetian Red's kind of right in the middle. It's not super red, not super pink, just kind of a good combination of both. I'm going to go ahead and tap off the excess and start to build this up in my crease. So that's kind of my method for using the red shades in this palette, are to like build it up gradually, because you can kind of see like it blends out really nicely, and it's just a lot easier to control the amount of pigment you're getting if you do that. And these shades are very pigmented but also powdery, so that's kind of the best way, is just get the excess powder off, and then you're left with just color. So I'm just going to keep doing this, building up, tapping, you know, and just kind of getting to where I want this crease to be, which we're getting close. And just kind of blend it out as much as possible. We want this to be a really nice blended look. If you need to go back in with your original brush that had tempera or whatever brow bone shade you're using, go ahead and do that, because I think that just helps. I'm going to leave it about here. The other day when I did this look, I went a little more intense, but since I am going to school, I'm going to be a little more tame. I'm going to go into my other eye and do the same thing. Sorry guys, I forgot to do one eye ahead of time. So I guess this will be like a real get ready with me. I just started my internship yesterday, and it was fun. I'm still nervous for it, but at least I know everyone now. I mean, I don't remember their names because like I'm terrible with names. But the hardest part I feel like is done, the introductions and getting my badge and stuff like that. All of that, the formalities are kind of through, so that's good. Okay, so now that we have our crease done, the next step is to go ahead and take Fear and Pixie Epoxy or whatever glitter glue you like. Or if you want to foil your shadow, go ahead. This is going to be like a duochrome berry type of look. I don't even know if I mentioned that at the beginning. I meant to, but it should be in the title. I'm going to put Pixie Epoxy all over the lower portion of my lid, the portion that does not have anything in the crease. I'm going to go individually per eye, because Pixie Epoxy, you really want to work, you really want to dedicate time to making sure it comes out right. So what you do is kind of put it on and let it get tacky. So I usually wait like 20 to 30 seconds till when this looks really stupid, I'm sure, but when I open and close my lid, there's a little bit of resistance. And once you feel that resistance, that's when you can put stuff on top. If you guys want a tutorial for using Pixie Epoxy, please let me know, and I'll use a bunch of different shadows over it or something, but just let me know if you want that, because I know that it can be a little tricky. I've been using it for like 5 or 6 years now, so it's kind of easier for me, but it still is kind of tricky to find out which shadows work well. But I'm going to take Urban Decay's Solstice, which is basically one of my favorite eyeshadows ever. You might be able to see how big of a dip I have. I'm going to be taking a flat type of brush like this. This one just picks up a lot of pigment inside the bristles, which is why I like it, but honestly, a flat, dense brush would work well as well. So I'm just going to go in here. I know I'm so close to hitting pan on this. I'm just like waiting for the moment. So then I'm going to pat it on top of the Pixie Epoxy. I'm going to keep going back in because the Pixie Epoxy grabs up a lot of pigment. If you're using Pixie Epoxy, I feel like you usually go through a little more of the product than if you were to just put it all over the lid, because Pixie Epoxy just grabs it. It's really intense. I hope you guys can actually see the shift in the shadow, because it's really gorgeous. I'm just going to put it all over the lid. I'm going to go ahead and do the other lid before I go back in and blend out the crease. So I'm applying my Pixie Epoxy again, obviously, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I really like this look. Solstice is basically one of my favorite eyeshadows. I feel like if you like duochromes, this is the shadow that you need in your collection. It's just gorgeous. It's a really, really beautiful, unique shade. I can't find where I put my brush. This is so silly, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's just a really beautiful, unique shade. And the moon does have a great formula. Sorry, I was doing that little lid thing, my little trick to find out if it's ready. And it is. So let's go in. I hope you guys can see just how well Pixie Epoxy grabs and adheres the shadow. So I'm going over the inner corner because there was a little bit of an area where I hadn't quite reached yet. One day I just want to hit pan on camera with you guys. Okay, so you can see how I kind of went up a little high. So I'm going to go back in with Venetian red or whatever red berry shade you guys were using in your crease. You can use whatever you guys have. When I first started getting into makeup, I just watched tutorials and used the very few eyeshadows I had to come up with something similar. So that's kind of what I encourage. You know, if you don't have the Modern Renaissance palette, you know, you can use whatever you have. Solstice, I think Fiorine has a good cheap dupe, which is, you know, fun. So I'm going to go back in with Venetian red on my crease brush and kind of strengthen the crease again. And bring that berry up a little higher. I'm not going to do my whole face on camera, I don't think. I think I'm just going to do the eyes, just because I am running out of time to get ready for the day. But I'll show you guys what else I'm using on the face so that you guys can see. And then I should be filming one more video before I leave so you guys can see the full finished look. So this is the look, basically. That's about it. I know it was pretty simple. But when you put a duochrome like that on the lid, it's super, super eye-catching. You kind of want to give it its time to shine. So I'm not actually going to do liner today. I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to go in with my I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara from Essence. Ulta recently had their 10 times the points event. It was yesterday. And I bought the Essence Lash Princess. So I'm excited to try that and kind of compare these two. I really love this mascara, so I was definitely more open to trying more of their stuff. I think this look would look amazing with false lashes if you like wearing them. Because it is kind of a dramatic look. I like this look all year round, but I know it's kind of a festive type of thing. This is like one of my go-to holiday looks as well. I just really like it though. I like the combination because Solstice has so many different color components to it that putting the berries with it kind of brings out the green, and you know, green and reddish shades are very complementary. So this is the look. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face. I'll show you guys what I'm wearing. The other day when I wore this, I wore Anti-Socialite by Sugar Pill, which is a dark, dark, dark black and red lipstick, which looked great. Today, I'm toning it down a little bit for school, so I'm going to be wearing Kat Von D's Lovesick Everlasting Liquid Lipstick, and for blush, I'm wearing Urban Decay's Rapture, which I think will kind of go well with this, and then everything else is just my normal stuff, like Urban Decay primer for my face, some e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation. I usually use Fiorine Fluff, but I have a new one coming in the mail, so I'm using up a not cruelty-free item from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me Set and Smooth. I've had this for a long time, and I just kind of want to use it. I just kind of want to pan it when I need a little extra coverage because it has a little bit of color to it. So I'm just trying to use it up. Obviously, I don't buy from Maybelline anymore, so now that I've kind of started that transition to cruelty-free, but it's a decent powder, and it's working right now, and so I'm just trying to burn through it, you know. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this came out all right. Let me know what you thought down below. Let me know if you've tried a look like this. Honestly, Solstice is such a beautiful lid shade that I know sometimes it can be tough to try and find like a crease color to go with it, but I really think that the Modern Renaissance palette goes beautifully. I brought Solstice with me to Paris too. This is like the one palette I brought with me when I was researching in France, like not this summer, but the summer before. And when I brought Solstice with me with this palette, I was able to come up with a lot of looks. Solstice looks great with oranges, like burnt orange and realgar in the crease, Buon Fresco, or like any of these reds. So like, they're great natural pairs in my opinion. So that's why I kind of wanted to do this eye look. And it's super simple. It's literally 3 colors and you're done. So it's really simple to do. Definitely let me know if you replicate it or if you have any good dupes for these shades. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. I'm sure this is going to be awkward with me trying to turn this off. I don't have time to edit these right now, which is really upsetting. But if I get on a more regular filming schedule, maybe I'll be able to edit what's being filmed on my phone more often. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a good day. And yeah, I will see you soon.